won't back down.
LeBron is obviously not the GOAT. This man is the GOAT. If it's Friday, it's 11:30 Eastern. It's time for Wayne's World. Time for Lil Wayne to impart his wisdom on his Lakers, who can be so good and so bad. Okay, Wayne, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Skip. Good morning, Key.
What up, baby?
Good.
Help us out here, because we've been struggling all week with this.
So have the Lakers.
Exactly who and what are your team? Explain your team to the world.
We are the Lakers. I mean, we are LeBron. We are LeBron. And everybody know LeBron is the king, and he haven't dropped a inch. He looked like he just started yesterday. And we are AD. And you know how that goes. And with that said, we up and down with it, and sometimes we get down and we stay down for too long, and sometimes we get down at the wrong time. We go up at the wrong times, like maybe for an in-season tournament, something like that, we go all the way up. And then we go back down, and when we go down at the wrong time. And also, it seems, I said it before, I said it same, I feel bad for Brian. I feel like we're wasting this man's time.
I understand. Yeah.
And also, it sucks when you see him hit the threes, or you see him do a nice pass or something, and he might shake as he feel good. Like I hear you say a lot, he's happy, like a little kid out there. He feel good, but then you got to watch that kid walk off the court without his basketball.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Inconsistency. That's all. It's just inconsistent.
But it's wild.
It's not over yet.
No.
I mean, they still, they're going to be in the play-in, might draw Golden State.
You sure?
Yeah, they're going to be in the play-in, for sure. 100%. They're going to make the play-in.
They're still, five and a half
games in front on Utah. It would take a collapse in Utah to win out, basically, for the Lakers to miss the play-in. But it's the inconsistency. And we talked about AD early in the year, October, whatever it was, November. It was like trade block. He's getting on our nerves. But for the most part, he's played extremely well, except the other night.
Yeah.
The other night, it was like, come on, man, you can't do, because against OKC in a smaller front line, he looked like Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
and now all of a sudden, the other night against Sacramento, you look like the Anthony Davis that Wayne was talking about back in October, November.
Agreed.
So he's got to play different against the bigger boys than he has. Even with Joker against Denver, he didn't play all that great, but he didn't play all that bad either.
He did not.
He match up good with Joker, though.
He does.
No,
he does. I agree with that.
Yeah,
he does.
But I need you to play against Joker, Sabonis and company the same way you play against OKC. Especially if LeBron is going to give you 31. Yeah. And I think he had 13 assists. 13 assists.
Yep.
I just need you to step up and do a little bit more. But here's the key. I don't know if you caught it or not. After the postgame and what AD said about basically, I'm going to say, the coaching staff.
Yeah, I heard him.
About, you putting us in this position to not be in the great spots on defense. Yeah. So now that tells me you got a problem internally in that locker room when that player starts talking like that.
Yeah, of course.
He's not going to accept y'all blame and us on that when y'all the ones really putting us in this position.
That is correct. How do you feel about your head coach right now?
I don't see nothing wrong. I believe, I believe you need to show that leadership. Just show that, that Brian is following you as well. Because, I don't want it to start looking like, remember when Kyrie and KD was together and it was like, we coached the team ourselves. Sometimes it started to look like that, it started to look like Darvin is a fan, more of a fan. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, the boy is the king. But, come on, man, we're going to need you to coach it up.
Yeah, the problem that they're going to have, Skip, in these, when players start to send messages about the coaching, it becomes the beginning to the end in sports. Because he fired off, I would assume he fired off the first shot by saying they played like cowards.
Yeah.
So trying to do the
and I don't know that AD, know that AD heard that
I'm sure.
I'm assuming somebody's
yeah.
like, man, I'm assuming he heard it. That's why he said what he said.
Isn't it a saying? Like,
it's Vince Lombardi. It's from your...
Oh, yeah.
Fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Yeah, but he didn't say fatigue, did he?
He didn't say fatigue.
I think he said frustration.
What?
Yeah,
that's why he took
No, it does not.
So if you think about that, and I'm just being gossipy here, if you think about him saying frustration, not fatigue, frustration. So are the players frustrated with you?
Frustrated?
Or are you frustrated with them? And so you calling them cowards? Or do you know that they frustrated with you and you calling them cowards? It's either one way or another. Can't you see what I'm saying, Scott?
I do, but he was trying to be clever and it fell flat, man.
At least you think he was trying to be clever. You want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, but to Wayne's point, I know Darvin a little bit. He's a nice man. He's got a good heart to him. Yeah. And he's a smart basketball man, but I don't know that he's a forceful leader in that locker room because LeBron's the leader of the locker room.
It's hard to be forceful with LeBron unless you Pat Riley.
That is correct. Early on, like earlier in his career, maybe Pat.
But I believe Brian believes in success, and I believe you ain't got to be Pat Riley. I believe if you're showing him, if you put something in front of him, you know what I mean. You're putting something in front of him every night that's working. Yeah, I believe all ears wide open.
But it's hard.
Not to say he isn't right now.
But it's hard to coach LeBron. It's just hard because he's LeBron.
Yeah.
I thought Ty Lue did a great job, but he's really good at what he does.
But he also played and won championship. He played, and it's just a different conversation.
He was a first-round draft pick. Was Ty Lue.
It's hard for me to teach you how to play the guitar. It's hard. It's hard, man.
Darvin wasn't bad. He wasn't a first-round draft pick, but he was a decent player.
But think about all the coaches that LeBron has had. Yeah. They all got fired eventually. The only one that didn't get fired is Spoles. He the only one.
Yeah.
He the only one that didn't get fired. They all.
When you say it like that, then yes, it is very tough to coach LeBron.
It's tough. But it's tough because Skip, if you somewhat, and it's not anything that LeBron is doing, it's just LeBron.
It is.
It's just because it's hard to tell him.
I agree.
Don't do this. Don't do that. I want you to do this.
I'm not sure if it's hard to tell him.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's not hard to tell him. You just don't want to tell him because if you don't know what's going to come back at you.
And there's also, you probably also feel like, am I sure what I'm telling him is right? Because he might be right.
Yeah, he's the greatest dude with a brain. He high IQ and all that.
High IQ.
What you gonna tell him?
Yet I do believe there's an old school part of LeBron James that wants to be coached. He wants somebody to order the locker room, to impose some order on the locker room and some of his own will.
I believe that.
And Darvin is physically he's like 6'7". Okay, but again, he comes. He's not some little dude when he walks in.
You, that's how he first came in the door. But now to me, he's seeming like a big old fan.
Yeah, okay.
Fan, like, man, Brian, boy, I know y'all saw him tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all saw him tonight.
No, it's true.
Y'all saw that boy tonight.
No, you're right.
Come on, man. What you talking about?
Okay. All right. Should he be tougher then? Should he?
Nah, be him. Be himself. He should just be himself, but also be a coach.
All right.
Not a fan.
Okay. So let's put this game to bed, what happened the other night against Sacramento. Maybe they just have your number because they have now beaten you 4 straight times in your building. And yet, you come out house on fire, man. You come out like that's enough of them. Yeah. And I look up, and it's 32-18 late in the first quarter.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, like, okay, that's it. This is who, they're going to make a statement tonight, and they're going to keep taking off here because they are capable of doing this. And all of a sudden, I don't know, it's like the movie, Are We There Yet? To me, they're like, are we there? Is that enough? You guys going to quit now? No, we're not going to quit, because they never quit. They love to beat the Lakers.
But basketball is
a game of runs.
It's a game of runs, but also it's a fourth quarter. The last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter is when you know a team is going to win or lose. Not in the first quarter. Teams, especially now with the way threes is just put up, you can erase
Okay,
a 15-point deficit like yesterday.
You can't give up a 54-20 run from the late first quarter to halftime. 54-20?
You can't.
It's just wrong. It's just a bad sign.
But it's easy for teams to do.
I heard DeRozan say something last night after the game, after they won, and they asked him about the fourth quarter. It was like, you're so clutch in the fourth quarter. He said, it's the best part of the game.
Best part of the game.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the best part of the game.
That stuck out to me. He said, that's the best part of the game.
Well, it should, as long as you believe that.
Nah, he'd be balling.
He does.
Yeah.
They've been quietly starting to play.
It's like Denver. We talk about Denver, the last 5 minutes of a game, they all of a sudden turn into a different team.
AD said it. AD said, he said, you could feel it. He said, what, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes? He said, you can feel it. They go to, he said, they turn it on. They turn it on. You know, you already know it's coming.
They turn it on defense, too.
He said, if you know it's coming, then why y'all don't turn it on, too? Y'all don't have no extra button?
No, they standing around. Look at them. They just all standing around watching.
So when I least expected it, your man Anthony Davis just didn't show up. Like there was no energy to it. He wasn't terrible. He just didn't. It wasn't like you were committed to making a statement against Sacramento.
You know how it goes. Up and down, man. Up and down. I can't explain it. I can't speak for him. I don't know what it actually is. I don't know what it is.
Whew.
Because, you know, it could look like something. It may not. It totally may not be. He may be giving everything he got.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.